Greetings friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm getting back to you with a horror film, Butchers. The movie was released in 2020. At the beginning of the story, we see two brothers. One of them is Owen, and the other is Oswald. They were burying their mom's dead body, and then a car came there, and Owen gave his brother a sign, and then he left. That was a couple's car. They were here for a trip, but their car stopped working. That's why her husband, whose name was Stephen, got out of the car and was trying to fix the car. Then Stephen's wife told him that something is not right here. Then her husband told her that maybe there's some animals, and they ignored it. And then Oswald attacked Stephen from the back, and then he died. His wife got so scared to see him like that and started crying. And then Oswald attacked her too and took her to their room. When she woke up, she saw that she was tied. Then Owen came there and told her that he liked her because she didn't scream like the others. And he also told her that he will keep her alive so that she can give birth to her baby. After hearing this, the girl got so scared because she was not pregnant, which means they're going to do something bad with her. On the other side, we saw that Oswald was chopping her husband in little pieces so that they can feed him to an ox. Then we saw that the girl heard a noise of an animal. The two brothers locked it in that room, but actually, it was their third brother who loved to eat human meat. That's why they kill people, so that they could feed the ox. And then we saw that Owen brought milk for the girl. Then we saw that the girl was pregnant by them, and she was kept inside of a cage, so that they can increase the number of people in their family. And then Owen took her out of the cage and left. But the girl was totally depressed about getting tortured by them for days. And they had also cut her tongue so that she couldn't scream. In the next scene, we saw two couples. They were Mike and Jenna, Taylor and John, and they were out on a trip, and then their car stopped working. They got so worried. Then we saw that the relationship between Mike and Jenna was not good, because he was cheating on her. Then Mike told them that maybe there's a gas station ahead, and asked Jenna to go with him, but Jenna said no to him. And then Mike went alone to find the gas station. Then Taylor went with him so that he does not have to go on alone. On the other side, we saw that when Owen was skinning an animal, then Ox was screaming inside his room because he wanted human meat. Then Owen told him that you'll get it soon. Ox became calm after hearing this. And then we saw that Jenna told Mike that she's going to go get fresh, and then she went inside of the forest. And then Jenna's feet hits a wire, and as a result, a bell rang in Owen's house. And then he realized that there's someone inside the forest, but didn't understand why someone would put wire in the forest. On the other side, we saw that Mike was becoming attracted to Taylor. Then Mike asked her, "Is she really coming behind us?" Then Taylor told him, "No, Jenna is not coming." And then they went inside the forest and started having sex there. And then we found out that they were in an affair, and they were both cheating on their partner. Then they heard a noise from the forest, and they realized that someone was watching them. And then they go back on the road and kept going ahead. And then we saw that Oswald was watching them. We see that Jenna gets scared after seeing a bloodstain on a tree. When she showed it to John, he got scared as well. But John ignored it and asked Jenna about the problems about her relationship with Mike. And then Jenna told him about their relationship. We see that Mike and Taylor had found the gas station, and they were searching for someone to help them, but they found no one there. And then Owen came, and we realized that Owen was the owner of the gas station. Owen asked them some questions, and Owen called a tow truck to help them. Owen was looking at Taylor. Taylor felt bad about it, and she left the gas station. In the next scene, we saw that Jenna and John were waiting for them in the car, but then Oswald was taking pictures of them from behind the bush. They got very worried after seeing this, and Jenna told him to put his camera out. And they looked at him through the camera. Oswald ran away from there. And then we saw that Taylor was feeling uncomfortable in the gas station, and she decided to return to their car alone. But Mike was waiting for the tow truck, and then he heard the scream of Owen from inside, and went inside to get a look. Then he saw that Owen was working on a machine to fix it, but he wasn't able to fix it, and that's why he was screaming at it. And Mike wanted to help him, and sit there to fix the machine. Right then, Owen hits him with the pliers and makes him unconscious. In the next scene, we see that while Taylor was coming back, she heard some strange noises from the forest. Then she gets scared and comes back to the gas station. Then she asks Owen, "Where's Mike?" Owen tells her that he went to the washroom. Taylor waits outside for Mike, but after some time, he goes back inside and asks him, "Where's the washroom?" Owen directs her to the washroom, but then she found out that no one was there, and she realized that Owen had lied to her, and something is very wrong with this place. Then she took a knife in her hand and was going out, but then Owen attacked her and she fainted there. When Mike woke up, he saw that someone had tied him up. Then he asked Owen, "Why are you doing this?" Owen replied, "I don't like being questioned by someone." Then he said he had found a photo of a girl in his wallet, but she's not the girl you're here with, and you're cheating on your girlfriend. You must be punished for this. On the other scene, we see that Jenna and John decided to go to the gas station because they were having a feeling that sitting in their car was not the right choice. Then they saw a photo on the road. In that photo, Mike and Taylor were kissing each other. They got so surprised after seeing this. John gets so upset and asks Jenna, "Why are they cheating on us?" Then Jenna told him that humans are like this. They're selfish, and that's why they do it. Then Oswald came there and attacked John. Then Jenna ran away in the forest. Oswald cut the nerve of his legs so that he could not run away. Then he followed Jenna, but he couldn't find her anywhere because she hides herself behind a tree. Then Oswald went to John and hit his head with a rock, and John fainted. In the next scene, we see that Owen was going to his home with Taylor's body. Then Jenna stops her car and asks for help. He told her that my house is close, and you can call the police from there. Jenna believes him and gets in his car. After going to his house, when Jenna was about to call the police, Owen points a gun towards her and tells her that she asked for help from the wrong person. Jenna got so scared and she put down the telephone on the table. Then Owen told her, "From now on, you're my servant, and you'll have to do everything I say." Then Owen told her to pick up Taylor's body from his car. When Jenna said no to him, Owen threatened her, and Jenna had to do it to save her life. But then she took her body in the room, and then Ox started to scream inside his room, because he realized that he will get his human meat very soon. But Jenna got so nervous after hearing his voice. The next day, we saw that Oswald was reading something from the Holy Bible beside the pregnant woman, so that her baby could learn them. In the next scene, we saw that Owen had tied Taylor and Jenna and told them that he does not eat human meat, but his brother does, because he likes it so much. And then Owen told them that he will keep you alive, because they will increase the number of people in the family. Then Ox started screaming loudly from his room, because he needed human meat. Then Owen asked Oswald to bring John's body, and Oswald killed him by breaking his neck. Jenna and Taylor got so nervous after seeing this. Then Owen told Oswald to take his body outside and cut it in little pieces, and then feed it to Ox. Taylor vomited after hearing this. Then Owen told her, "I will not tolerate this mistake anymore," and he said to Jenna that your boyfriend was cheating on you, and I will take revenge for you. And then Owen went outside to kill Mike, but then Jenna and Taylor tried to run away. They tried so hard and were able to break the rope. Then Oswald went inside the room after hearing the noise and saw that the girls were not there. Then Jenna and Taylor locked him inside that room. Then Oswald got so angry. On the other side, we saw that Owen was torturing Mike so that he could regret about his mistake. When Jenna and Taylor were running through the forest, they got on the road and saw a truck, and then they asked for help to the truck driver. Owen called him to come there earlier. Then they told her everything about it. They told her that there's 2 psycho brothers, and they're trying to kill him. Then the tow truck driver agreed to help them. He told them to sit in his car. He also told them that he's taking them to the police. But after driving for a while, he stopped his truck in the middle of the forest. He took out a gun and pointed it toward them. Then he also told them that you'd asked for help from the wrong person, because the driver was working with those brothers. Then he told them to go ahead, and they had to go ahead. But then Oswald came there and attacked Taylor, and then took out her intestines from her belly and killed her. Jenna got so scared after seeing all this, because she thought maybe she was going to also die. And then they bring back Jenna to their house, and Willard, the tow truck driver, told him to lock her in the room. But then Jenna saw a knife on the ground, and she put it in her pocket. In actuality, the truck driver is the uncle of Owen and Oswald, and he lives nearby. Then he asked Oswald about Ox. Then he said that they have locked him inside his room. He told him that he must not leave his room, because if he gets out, then he will destroy everything. Then Oswald told him, "You don't have to teach me. I know what to do and what not to do." And then he started fighting over this, and Oswald got so angry. Then Willard left the house. And then we saw that Jenna found the pregnant woman, and she cut the rope and freed her hand. Then she noticed that Oswald was coming there, and then Jenna gave her the knife and was watching over him. But then the woman stabbed her belly multiple times so that the baby inside would die. And then she put the knife in her throat, and she died there. And then Oswald came there, and he saw that the pregnant woman was dead, and he got so angry because his baby died. And then Jenna tried to attack Oswald, but Oswald made her unconscious by punching her over and over. And then we saw that when Owen was returning home with Mike, he saw Willard and then told him about the behavior of Oswald. And then Owen got so angry and came back home. Then he shouted at Oswald, and then Oswald got angry at him, and Oswald got scared of thinking that maybe Oswald would kill him. Owen told him to cut it out and calm down. Then we saw that while Willard was returning to his house, he remembered that he left something there. And then he goes toward Owen's house to get it back. Then we saw that Jenna had freed herself and was trying to run away from there, and she saw Mike inside the car. She wakes him up and tells him that we have to run away from here. But Mike wanted revenge from them. Then he takes the gun from the car and went to kill them. He even killed Owen with the gun, but Willard came there and shoots at Mike, and he died there too. Then Jenna hits him with a big knife in his head, and it goes inside his head. As a result, Willard died as well. But then Oswald came there, and he got so angry after seeing all of this. Then he instantly went inside and opened the door of the room where Ox stays. Then we see that Ox was so ugly, and he attacked Jenna. But Jenna hit him and tried to run away. But then Oswald told him to follow her. And then we saw that Jenna gets inside a car and tried to start it, but then Oswald came there and killed her. And then Ox gets inside the car as well and eats her. Then we see that Oswald was chopping all the dead bodies into little pieces. And the movie ends here. So friends, don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's explanation in the comments down below. And if you haven't watched the previous videos on this channel, then click on the videos on your screen to watch them. And do subscribe to this channel. I will be back to you with a new explanation of movies like this one. Till then, stay safe, stay well. Thanks.